Welcome back, my name is Pixel Echo, and today in this video, we are unboxing and reviewing the Nubia RedMagic 7 Pro. It was only last month that I unboxed and reviewed the RedMagic 7. So what are the differences between the 7 and the 7 Pro? Well, you're going to find out in this video. Now the model I have is the Supernova version. There is the Obsidian version and I believe the transparent one. This phone is 18GB with 512 gigabytes of space. Now, in terms of chipset, the 7 and the 7 Pro are running the same one, and that is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Let's get this thing unboxed, and let's see what we do have available. The box art is stunning, as always with the RedMagic devices. I expect the items in this phone to just be the exact same as the previous models. And yes, just like the previous 7, inside of here, you will be given a warranty certificate in case anything goes wrong. You'll also be given a pin which gives you access to the SIM card port. And as expected, like the previous 5 or 6 models of the RedMagic phones, you are given a silicone case which gives you the ability to protect your phone from day one, which I wish more companies did this. Not incredibly expensive to make, but makes a big difference for a person. So what is the actual difference between this and the previous models? So one of the things they're trying to push with this model is that it has an under-display camera. You cannot see the front display camera at all. It's a hidden lens, but it's there, and I will show you some footage in today's video. We also have the charging port with the charging cable, the exact same as the previous models of RedMagic. I personally think that the outside of this phone is a lot more polished off versus the previous model. With this phone, they've opted for a square design rather than an oval design. Now this phone is a bit on the chunky side, but let's be honest, you're not buying a RedMagic gaming phone for anything else other than power, size. So again, in terms of it being chunky, I don't think that's a problem. And honestly, I prefer a chunky phone these days. It also comes with a visible fan, which does have the RGB effect when you turn this on in settings. Here is your side-by-side comparison between the 7 and the 7 Pro, the Pro being on the left. They opted for a square set of cameras versus the 7, which had the long set of cameras. And here is the thickness comparison as well. But once again, I prefer the squared finish on the newer model. Now, like all RedMagic phones, here's the iconic startup screen with the RedMagic. Of course, this is an Android device, which we're going to power up, and I want to go over all the settings, and I want to focus on one of the things they are pushing with this model, which is the front-facing camera. Let's just go through the terms and conditions. You won't see many differences on the home screen. Let's just focus on what is available with this phone. On the sides, we have those trademark shoulder triggers, which with this smoother design are so much easier to use. We have the shoulder trigger. Next to that, we do have the vent, which is going to keep your device cool. We have the volume up and down, the power button, and of course, that second shoulder trigger. Fits perfectly in my hands, and I have big hands. Like the previous model, you can enable the RGB fan via the tap of a button on your home screen, and there is that RGB effect. Now, I noticed that it is quite loud, just like the 7, but this will keep your phone cool, and it also looks pretty cool as well, so you can share this with your friends, and you can turn it off by the tap of one button. On the other side of your phone, you will have that special red button, which will enable the RedMagic gaming space, where you are able to customize your game settings to how you like to play and even align those shoulder triggers. Now, a couple other things about this device is Nubia are claiming that they have improved cooling by 33% versus what is available on the RedMagic 7. They have also improved the battery capacity, which was increased to 5,000 milliamp hours, up from 4,500, which is on the 7. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to install a couple of games and show you. But first thing I want to go over here is that invisible front-facing camera. You cannot see it. It's giving you a little bit extra screen space, but I'll be honest, I wasn't super impressed because the camera actually felt quite blurry to me. I took the time to also watch a couple other people who said the same thing. It's like struggling to get through the screen itself. So although it does claim to be an invisible camera, if you're looking to take high quality selfies or videos, it might not be as good as you're expecting. And here is a couple of video pictures from me, and I'm also going to show you a video as well.
Okay, so here is a video of me just using the front camera. Now, from first experience, I feel like there's a blur when you look at this video. Now, I've checked the top of the screen. There's no marks on there at all. It's like the camera is struggling to get through the screen itself, which is giving this kind of blurry effect. Now, the photos that I've showed you, they didn't seem too bad, but you can like see with the light as well. You don't get that usually with video footage. So the camera, although it's hidden, it's not as impressive as I expected.
Here is your RedMagic gaming space. Expecting it to be like the previous models, but nonetheless, we'll briefly go over it. On the bottom left, we have the ability to turn on turbo fans. If you've got a RedMagic phone, you'll know that this increases the loudness of your device. Now, next to Game Lobby, we have this, which is super power based. And in here, we have the plugin library, which shows you a whole bunch of details about the plugins that are available for the gaming experience. We're going to be using PUBG as an example here. So when we load up PUBG, we are now able to swipe from the side, which will show you even more details about what you can do to this game. Now, before you load up any game, what you want to do on your device is swipe left twice. Now, this will give you access to a whole bunch of things, down to your CPU usage, and this is where you are able to change your settings. So on the left-hand side, we've got like settings, preferences. You are able to adjust your settings. I'm going to put it on ultra high. I'm going to keep my sensitivity on 1. You've got smoothness as well. So again, you can tweak these and change these. You've got eco mode, you've got balance, and you've got rise as well. Has switched to high gear mode. So again, this will be pushing your device as well. You've got show, function as well. Again, you will be messing around with these settings in a little bit more detail. Let's get ourselves a weapon because we are going to have to align these buttons. What you want to do here is obviously to scope in. You want to align this to a certain position. So I'm going to align this to here. Give me the ability to zoom in with my left. I'm going to turn this on as well and align this to here. So that means that once this is done, I can scope in with my left tap and shoot with my right. So let's go and get a better weapon than this. At least I've aligned them correctly. I managed to find a sight here. So tapping the left shoulder trigger here gives me the ability to shoot with the right one as well. So you can see here, I managed to find myself a UMP here. While we're struggling to find some people, again, you also have the ability to add crosshairs as well. So this will just put them automatically on the screen. You can change the size of these and how they look as well, giving you a little bit of an advantage. I don't think having them too big is a good thing. Honestly, I kind of like sticking to this one. I'm probably going to keep it to about this, just so they're always there. I mean, most FPS games already have them anyway. That's my review of the Nubia RedMagic 7 Pro. Not too many differences between the 7 and the 7 Pro. There is still some improvements, and if you're getting a brand new device, obviously I would recommend this one. I enjoy this phone. I think it's going to be perfect for gaming and taking pictures for myself. So yeah, if you're interested, the links are down below. See you on the next video.